Hi Floss Tube, I'm Sally, StitchySally here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. Today is the 19th of January 2022, Happy New Year, and this is Floss Tube number 16. Had to have a look then. I've been away a little bit longer than I actually intended. Haven't done a proper Floss Tube for, I don't know when the last time, 15th of December maybe, not really sure. I did consider not coming back, I think because I hadn't done one for quite a while, but here I am. I think I do have quite a bit to show you today, so I'll crack on and show you what I've got. So I think the first thing that I'm going to show you is a fully finished object, which if you follow me on Instagram you will have seen this, and this is, I'm just going to have a look and get it right. Beverly Street Shop Christmas Vaccine 2021. I saw quite a few people stitching it on Instagram, so I popped over to Etsy, bought the chart. It was inexpensive, got it downloaded and started it. I think I managed to stitch it in a couple of days. I just wanted, not that we need a reminder, do we, of what's gone on the past couple of years, but, and that's the backing there. So I remembered not to put it away with the Christmas decorations, because as you can see, Christmas is gone, winter is still out. I get my winter stuff out when I get my Christmas stuff out, but obviously it stays until spring. And then on Christmas Eve I finished stitching the Barbara Anna Designs Christmas 2021 Mystery Sal, and there it is. This is 32 count. I can't remember. Confederate blue? Maybe? Marana? And I stitched it all in DMC. I didn't have a suitable metallic for the stars, so I just used a DMC. And I absolutely love this. I loved every single stitch. Didn't think I was going to get it finished before Christmas, that was my aim, but I actually managed it. Not quite sure how I'm going to finish it yet. Yasmin of Yasmin's Made with Love, she's finished hers into a drum and I really liked the look of that, so I might do something similar to that. I don't know yet, I'm going to have to see. And then last Friday I finished samplers, the Scarlett House samplers. I feel like because I haven't done this for so long, I'm just so out of practice. But nobody's perfect, are they? So that is all finished. And it's stitched on 40 count Vintage Country Mocha linen from Zweigart with all the called for fancy floss except for dark chocolate because I didn't have it, and I think that one was 8, I think I used DMC 838 for that. And as you can see, I stitched sheep, 2 sheep and a sheepdog. And these over one birds, I don't know whether you'll be able to see them. There is one there and one there. They were an absolute pain. Over one, 40 count, what was I thinking? But it's fine. They look like birds, that's the main thing. And then I'll just show you, I'm not going to try and insert in pictures, I know, I should learn, but instead I'm going to show you these. These were Christmas gifts, and this is the one that I stitched for Lisa S Stitches, and that is Sassafras Samplers, I think. And you can download that for free, as far as I know it is still free, on Sassy Jack's Stitchery, I think it is. But what I'll do is I'll pop a link in the drop down box before. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it anyway. So that's what I stitched for Lisa for Christmas. And then this one I'm very disappointed in, to be honest. This is not the pattern, not the chart by any means. It was a lovely stitch. This is Darling and Whimsy Designs Quirky Quaker Sheep. I wanted to call it something else and I don't know why. And this is what I stitched for Barb. But I had a bit of a mishap with glue when I was gluing it onto the backboard. And the glue stained my fabric, so I was very upset about that, but Barb really likes it. And that was just a scrap of blue linen that I had. I've no idea what it is. And then just stitched in DMC. And then, just bear with me a minute while I find it, because it's further down. Lisa Stitchy, she had a birthday on Sunday, and that's what I stitched for her, and that is Heart in Hand needle and thread, and I finished it off as a drum. And Lisa said that's her first ever drum that she's got, and she loves it. And I was really pleased actually with how it went. So that's what I stitched for Lisa. So that is all of my finishes. Just pop that over there. Oh, sorry. Right. So because I finished samplers, I will be having a new start this Friday with Barb. It's our Friday night sheep stitch, and if I can get everything out of my little bag. That was I've showed it before, I know that was a birthday present from Lainey quite a few years ago, and it was finished into a project bag by Caroline. I think it's Caroline, I think. So this is going to be my new start, and this is Laurie Holt of Being My Bonnet, and it's Prim Stitch series, Pleasant and Gentle. And this was a Christmas present from Lisa S Stitches. So that's going to be my new start this Friday. And I'm stitching it on 32 count Stormy Skies Marana by Zweigart. You can just see the mottle in there. And the chart actually calls for Orifloss, but I'm just doing the DMC. That's in the Floss Buddy from Bags Plus that Barb bought me for my birthday. So look at the lovely colours, lovely bright shades there. So I'm looking forward to starting that one. I just hope I've got my measurements right. I think I have, because it's actually, the model is stitched on 25 count. I think over 2 threads by the looks of it. So that's that one. Sorry, that's gonna, whoops, sorry. Right, what next? So I am still stitching. Didn't get a massive amount of stitching done over Christmas. Just the odd little bit here and there. But even so, I did get a little bit done. So still stitching on Plum Street samplers. Sorry about the glare. Always remember. And I have actually finished the house. Can you believe it? All that time I was stitching on the house. And this is 35 count pearl grey linen, and I'm using mostly DMC. I do have a few of the fancy floss that were called for. So I've started on the grass and the poppies here. I've got the flagpole ready. Just need to find myself a chart of the Union Jack, so I can use that instead of the Stars and Stripes. And it's amazing actually, now that I've got the house finished, I just seem to be, the grass just seems to be so easy. I probably won't be saying that after I've been stitching it a few weeks, will I? We all know what I'm like with grass and houses. So that's that one. And then, what's that? Oh, yeah. I have a new Penelope's Pocket project bag. And Jess bought me this for Christmas. Absolutely love it. I did have it on my list. And I just love it. Just anything wintry. I'm terrible with winter. So I have put this into that one now. With Thy Needle and Thread, Winter Rose Manor, which is was my birthday start, and that is StitchySally's winter birthday. Sal? Yeah. Hopeless. And with the bag was a floss tag. And this is where I'm at. I've not gone to the house yet. I'm biding my time. I keep thinking I'll just do a little bit of the house and then go off and do something else, because it is a big house. So as you can see, I have got the fence stitched, the gate, the flower pot, a couple of hearts, and the birds, cardinals. I kept trying to think of the name of the birds. So obviously we don't have cardinals over here. So I think what I'm going to do is stitch the plant that this cardinal stood on, and then I might just do a little bit of the house, and I'm just going to do other bits and then go back to the house and do a bit more. But we'll see. I think I shall just see how I feel about the house once I start it. So thank you to those of you who have joined in. I'm not going to try and name people because I'll miss somebody out and then I'll feel awful if I do. But thank you to those of you who have joined in. And then Christmas Garden, which is from Home for the Holidays. Please excuse my hair, it needs a cut. My fringe in particular is getting very unruly. I won't show you because I'm sure you'll all have seen it before. And I'm using these 4 colours of DMC rather than using the fancy floss because it does take quite a lot. And I'm stitching this on 36 count foxglove and lace linen in latte. Whoops. Might help if I showed you the right side. And that's where I'm at. So I've nearly got across the top bit. I kind of got excited thinking that the way it goes I was halfway through, but I'm not. So this is where I left off last night, as you can see. I thought I'm not going to finish that off, I'll just leave it dangling. So that's where I'm at with that, and I'm stitching that well, it's a Tuesday night BBD sal. Barbie's stitching this. Mouse has just finished Our Lasting Friendship, and she is stitching Bluebird's Message, which is another lovely Blackbird Designs one, out of print. But I was lucky enough to have it donated to me, and I think the one that Mouse has got is the one that is the one that I had. Right, and then finally, I think I do have other things on the go, but I can't show them at the moment. So the final thing is my New Year's Day start, which is Sue Hillis Designs A Study in Blue. And I'm stitching this on the called for 32 count vintage country mocha with gassed dungarees. And I'm pleased I went for this actually. I did look at other blues, but this is the one that it's actually stitched in. So this was my New Year's Day start, and I'm stitching on it once a week. And I've started with the box top, and that is where I'm at the moment. I actually sat down to start it and then realised that the recommended basting the fabric for obviously where you stitch it on your fabric. So all I did was baste for the box top and leave the rest, and I thought I can just do that when I need to, because I was so desperate to get started on it. So that is that one. Right, what shall we do next? Sorry, I'll just pop that away. Watch this lot end up on. I'm going to have a drink next. It's my Rendell water bottle that Albie bought me for my birthday. Cute hair. Right, okay, my book of days. Did I just dribble on there? I think I did. Messy woman. Oh, sorry. I'm just taking my stickers out because otherwise they'll all fall out. I have done a subdued stickering for this month. As you can see, I've stitched every day, which most of the time I do. So I've just got some bits off one of my winter sticker sheets, and Barb popped those in with my Christmas present, and then those from the works. As you can see, I've used some of those for January. And then I got some of these little sticker sheets. I've just tried to get sort of ones that'll do for the year. Sorry, fingers and thumbs. I'll link to she has an Etsy shop, and she also has a website. I didn't know she had a website until I'd ordered from Etsy. So I'll link to her website and her Etsy shop. And it's Oodlamadoodles. And there's the card. Don't know whether you can see that. I will link this this other little card that was in with them. Sorry, it's like I've never done a floss tube before, isn't it? Right, right, we'll do Stitchy Christmas presents next, I think. Can't believe it's so long since Christmas now. So from Lainey, I received this lovely stitch piece. Really, I love the colour as well. It's such a pretty blue, is that? Like a, I don't know, it's not showing up very well there actually. And also, which I was going to wear it and I forgot, badge. Make it of all things lovely. And there was some chocolate as well, but that's gone. And very nice chocolate it was as well. Thank you, Lainey. And then I received a Christmas card from Vicky, Stitching Vicky. Is it Stitching Vicky? Sure, it's Stitching Vicky. And inside it was one of her lovely little handmade stockings. I've kept that out as well rather than put it away so that I could show it. Thank you very much, Vicky. I hung that on my mantelpiece. I'll put that with that and then I'll remember to put it away. And then my husband's auntie, she gives us the money to get Christmas presents for each other, and I got this one. My husband picked them. He picked them from a list because otherwise he would not know what he was doing. That's Stacey Nash Primitives Rose Cottage Sampler Pin Keep. And the Ultimate Sampler Motifs book from Brenda Keys, Sampler Company. And this is just such a fantastic resource. I know people have shown it before and talked about it, but it really is a good book. I'm kind of hoping I can use some of the motifs from this on Always Remember, because obviously I don't want eagles on mine, so I'm hoping that maybe I can use one of the motifs out of here, maybe a dove or something like that. Not entirely sure at the moment. And then I haven't taken them out of the bag. Some fabric. I can't remember what that is actually. Let's have a look. It's 25 count anyway. And then I can't remember what that is either. I'm going to have a look at that. That's 25 count as well. I'm going to have a look and just write it on the back of the packets. And that I actually requested that to stitch the blue flower. Moonlight sampler to stitch that one. I'm just going to try and, just because I have quite a few larger things to stitch, and I'm just trying to use fabric that is going to make them a little bit smaller, if that makes sense. And then I got the Antiquarian sticker book, and I cannot believe how good this book is. I mean, when you think about the amount of stickers, and then I open it on a page that's not stickers, that you get in here for the money, and I've done it again, it's brilliant. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm going to use them all, and they're going to last me a lot of years, because I did, as you can see, I did a subdued stickering. So that's my Stitchy related Christmas gifts. I think I'm just looking on the floor because I don't seem to have. And then haul, I think we'll go on to next. I'm so sorry, this is just such a mishmash, really. So I think I mentioned last time that I had ordered sticky. I had ordered a chart from the Silver Needle. I think it was dispatched on the 16th of December, and it finally turned up, I think it was last week, and it's this one, With Thy Needle and Thread, Bells of Christmas. And I love these. It's just everything about them, the shape of them, whether they'll end up that shape by the time I've stitched and finished them, who knows. But the shape as well. So I don't know when I'll stitch them. Who knows? So yeah, and it's just unfortunate that they're not available at the moment at distributors, so that we can get them over here. But anyway, shipping cost almost as much as the chart did. But if you want something that bad. And then I did an order with Al Forrester Embroidery, and this was dispatched on the 24th of December, and it came before the one from the Silver Needle, which I have heard that Russian Post doesn't have the best postal service, but they do certainly seem to have improved a little bit. And I like the little touches, the little postcard in there, which I'm going to keep. And this is what I ordered. It's silver hoof, and it's the Christmas colours. They do also do one, I don't know whether they call it winter but it's a bluey one. But I rather like this one. And they're still in the packet, but I ordered the threads for it as well. I'm not showing up. They're not showing up great, but they're not showing up too bad. So that's that. And then a while ago, I got in touch with Jan of Peanut and Bean Designs on Etsy to ask her if she had any of her, I can't remember what they're called, fold over floss keepers. Because I'd seen Cat Bee Stitches, she'd showed one in her, I think it was Cat Bee Stitches, yes it was, because I actually messaged her, in one of her floss tubes a while ago, and that's where she got it from, but there was none listed, so I actually messaged Jan, and she said she'd get sorted out and let me know. So I heard from her, I think it was just after Christmas. Oh God, is that? Oh, I wonder if she's got a website as well, because, well, she must have, because there is a website there. Peanut and Bean designs.co.uk. Shall have a look on there, because I did this on Etsy. And she had a few different fabric choices, and this is the one that I chose. Lovely bees. And that's the inside. So you've got all your little slots for your floss to go in. And I don't need any more now. I've got to behave, she says. So, my plan for this year, if it works, is to not buy so much stash. Charts in particular, because it's pointless. It's pointless adding and then not stitching what you've got, she says. I'm not going to put pressure on myself, because that's when, if I say I'm not buying anything, that's when I know I'm going to fail. I could fail anyway, who knows, but I do have to try and cut back somehow and just stop buying things on a whim. However, yeah, I did have some stash come today. To be fair, I did ask about it last year before Christmas, and I asked Sue at Peakside Needleworks if she could get with my needle charts, because I really wanted one of Ellen's new ones, which was Sampler Maker, and unfortunately the distributors that she deals with didn't have them listed, but she did say that she would ask her lady at Hoffman's. So I don't know whether she's managed to get through them, but I know I actually went on the other day. I'm trying to be a good gal and not look, but I went on the other day and I did notice that she had it, and there it is. And I just really like the idea that you can do it on a spool. Whether I'll do it on a spool, I don't know, but I did see, I think Ellen had also shown it finished as a drum, so I picked that up, and it came today, but I was waiting until I saw whether if she got in I'm back to all the and everything, aren't I? Cottage Garden samplings, the Swan, so I was just waiting for it to get that in, and I ordered them both together. I think I said in my last proper Floss Tube that I wasn't going to sign up to get them every month. I just wanted to see what they were first. And this one I love swans. We have quite a large freshwater lake here, and there's loads of swans about. And some of them are quite funny when they don't have young, obviously, and they will follow you. It's like they're walking beside you, if they know that you've got something. So that is my haul. Might not be a lot of haul going on in the future, hopefully. But like I said, no pressure. I'm not putting pressure on myself. It's not a good idea. Right. What else have we got? Oh, when I did my Floss Tube Extra showing my Christmas decorations and things, Kirsty, Crafting Kirsty, she asked about something that she'd seen, and just so that I'm not going to get them all out because there's quite a lot of them, it was my baskets of Shepherd's Bush needle rolls, and as you can see there's quite a few there, and I think I've possibly got 3 left to stitch. And there's the other ones. Like I say, I'm not going to take them all out because it'll take ages, and then I might not get them back in again. Where's that? So yeah. So I do have the charts for the other 3. I started actually collecting the charts when, I don't know, going way back, I don't know whether any of you will remember, I think it was Stitcher's Circle, and I cannot remember the other one. There were Yahoo groups going back quite a few years, and they used to do trades of fabric or charts or whatever, and I started getting them through that. And then I think it was, I don't know how long ago it would be, but Chris and I started stitching them and then exchanging the charts. Sorry, excuse me, my mouth's going a bit dry. So we'd buy a full kit, and then we'd exchange the chart. So that's how I got quite a few of them done. And then I think, I know Barb, was it that one? Barb sent me that one to stitch, the full kit for it. And then I have one in my stash, the chart that she sent me, and then I have two that Chris had finished with as well. So I really need to get round to that at some point. So I think on the stitching front, that is everything. So I know it's a long time ago now. Hope you had a lovely Christmas. It was quiet, but I quite like it that way. Carl's auntie came and had her dinner with us. It's the first time she's been since pre-pandemic, because once they said that the vulnerable and what have you had to isolate, she didn't come anymore. So that was nice for her as well to get out of the house and be somewhere a bit different. So we just had a quiet time. The girls went to work Boxing Day, which was nice, and we just sat, watched a bit of TV, talked, played games, and now it's all I hate this time of year. Once all the Christmas decorations have gone, and it's just, the house just feels so dull, and like everybody's back to work. My husband had 2 weeks, 2 weeks off. He normally gets a week to 10 days, just depending on how things fall, but he took extra time off this year because he had his 60th birthday. We didn't do anything special. I know people will say, oh, just go out, get on with it, go out and enjoy yourself, but we wouldn't have enjoyed it had we gone out for a meal. COVID has been rife where we live. We've had a lot more infections than we've ever had over the past 18 months or so, and it's just not worth it, really. So yeah, that was that. Jess has been having a few blood tests. It's been ongoing for not quite sure how long, maybe about 3 months, I think. And she has ended up going for a chest x-ray and an abdominal scan. So we're just waiting to see what happens there, and she also had to go and get a fit test to do. She's just tired. So her blood tests have basically shown low B12 levels. One doctor that she saw said, we'll check you again in a month, I'm not going to give you any tablets, just come back in a month and we'll check you again. And then another doctor decided, I'm going to put you on them because low B12 is low B12. So she's back, I think it's next month or the month after, to have that checked again. But the other thing that came up was a high C-reactive protein level. So they checked that a couple of times again, and it was still high, but there's nothing else in her blood tests. They've tested for just about everything they possibly can, I think, but there's nothing else there to suggest what the problem is. And then the last time she had her blood taken, it was higher. So I think this is what's made him decide to send her for the scan and the chest x-ray. But she had, a few days before she went for a blood test, she had had her COVID booster, and she had a lump on her arm where she'd had the vaccine, so maybe that was why it was high, but then it still doesn't explain why it's high in the first place. So we're just basically waiting to see if anything comes up from the scan and the x-ray. They said the scan looked okay. So we'll just have to wait and see what's what. Maybe she's just odd. Who knows, some of us are. In fact, most of us probably are in one way or another. So I have waffled on for long enough, so I'm going to go. Thank you very much for watching, and if you've come back to me after a bit of a longer break than I intended, thank you. Thank you for all your comments, your likes, thank you for subscribing. I will see you hopefully in a couple more weeks, and maybe I'll be back used to doing these again and not just making a total mess of everything. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care and do stay safe. Bye.